that's a piece by a friend of mine back from Boston from the band Extreme. This guy Nuno, we were going to see him when he was 18 years old. Actually, he was 17 years old when he joined the band. And he was playing that solo in clubs in Boston. And me and my friends were like, okay, I give up. Because he'd just kill it. He would just kill it. And the band wasn't even signed. They were just writing tons of songs. And then you had this guy, he came in and replaced 2 different guitar players that were in the band before. And this happens to be his signature guitar from Washburn back, he still makes it now, but I got a couple of them back in the 90s. And this one, as I said, when I first got it, I hated it. The neck was too big, didn't sound good. It played great because of the neck joint. That's what I really got used to. And that was the main thing that he kind of made Washburn put in his guitar. He made the body smaller, and he did this neck joint, which means you can really reach the high notes. So I got used to that, and I do that to all my guitars over there too, because I'm used to having that room around the end of the neck. But I've got a second one which really does sound like shit. We've tried everything. I think because it's made out of alder. If it was made out of a nice hunk of mahogany or something, it would sound good. But they make them out of like a cheap alder wood that I got, the ones I got. And they're well built, but we had a hard time getting them to really sound good. They come with Bill Lawrence pickups, which are kind of like a wah-wah pedal turned on. But anyway, you heard a little bit of this device. This is called the Sustainiac, and it's built into the back of the guitar. And it's an amplifier that just sends the signal up the neck, right into the neck. So if you guys have ever taken the end of your guitar neck and touched the cabinet when you're playing something really loud, you're just like, yeah, she's got it. So if you touch the cabinet when you're doing that, it'll feed back. So this is the same exact thing. It's just stuck in there, and 2 9-volt batteries make it shake. So it's a really cool invention. I've got it in one of the ESPs over there. So I've got 2 guitars that use it. And like I said, I was telling somebody not like I said before, but this guitar, we have used the sustainer on a lot of different songs because the boss loves to hear. He's got to turn that thing on, let's get some cool notes. And it does, it gives it a symphonic effect. You can kind of get the violin-y kind of thing or the Brian May kind of thing if you do a couple in harmony. And when I'm playing a lead, you can just turn it on right in the middle of the lead. So there's several songs that use that. All right, so that's 2 songs. Now everybody has to ask questions and I'm done, right? Oh, a question, all right.
The previous guitarist told that they have very cold fingers with their first songs. Was that your warm-up song?
Kind of. Couldn't you tell? I made a bunch of mistakes. Well, thanks. It's just, for me, I'm a real physical legato player. My right hand blows. I wish I had a better right hand. I watch these guys with great right hands, and I'm totally jealous because I wish my right hand would be really as good as my left hand. But my left hand rules my brain somehow. My left hand is always dictated the show. So I also scallop my fingerboards, which gives you, what it gives you is your finger can reach around the string a little more. Your finger doesn't rub the fingerboard, it just goes around the string. And I don't use it for speed, I use it for more control. So your finger gets a little better grab on the string, giving my left hand a little more control to work with. So that's why I scallop the fingerboards on almost all of them. But you had a question too, sir?
Yes. What inspires you to play guitar?
Oh, what a great question. To play guitar, everything. Every guitar player that's awesome, Stephen Wilson and Devin Townsend and you guys, seeing my colleagues playing touring and stuff and going to see them in a club and going, damn. But like I mentioned before, we got the unique opportunity to watch Extreme before they were signed. And compared to all the other bands that were working in our area, they just burned them into the ground. They had 100 songs recorded before they even showcased. And watching Nuno when he was young inspired not only me, but a lot of guys from our area. Tony McAlpine and the guitarist from Stain, Mike Mushock, was really inspired. The guys from Fates Warning. And what's that other band from? A lot of bands around the Northeast were kind of tied into that. So, but nowadays there's a lot of great players, and I love to see any good musician or band, and that's what makes me inspired to keep on playing. But I also love to modify guitars and try to do something different with them. So that's always keeping it from getting boring. Later on, I'll play the double necks. That's an example of how I try to not be bored back in the 90s. Try to do something a little bit different and get something out of it.